Morning, guys. Today we're going to go over how to do a market analysis or a CMA for a seller. And so you're going to log into your MLS system, and then what I like to do is search for the property in the MLS to see if I can find the old MLS listing. And once I find that old MLS listing, then I am going to go ahead and use the information here to run my search. A couple important things to look at. Here is square footage, lot size. Of course, you want to recognize how many bedrooms you have, bathrooms, and garage. And so once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and open up another window and let that load here. I like to keep both windows open. That way I can reflect on the other property, or I can go ahead and print that. But once I do that, then I'm going to run a full search. This particular property is a 0 lot line. You can see that here. One, you can see it physically in the picture. It is also a single family residential type property as well. So it is not a planned unit development or PUD or a townhome. Here you see where it is a 0 lot line. Another thing to note is there are no covenants or dues that I see readily here. Quite often, if it was part of a homeowners association, then there would be dues. So to me, that is a really great selling feature on this particular property. So I'm going to search active, coming soon, pending, closed, expired, and canceled. I really don't care about withdrawn at this point in time. Another thing that I'm going to do is narrow it down by the area. This particular property is in the MLS area of 45. So when I do my search, I can narrow it down by searching in, there, area 45. If I wanted to do multiple areas, just like I did multiple coming soon, pending, I have to hold the control button down on my keyboard when I'm selecting other items. And if I want to remove one, I hold that control button down again. So this was a 3-bedroom unit. So I'm going to stick within 3 bedrooms. It is 2.5 baths. So I'm going to keep the search within 2 to 2.5 baths. It was just a little over 2,000 square feet. So I'm going to search 1,900 square feet to 2,100 square feet and see what comes about. Looks like we have 39 properties available. I do want to make sure if I have enough stats to only look at properties with a 2-car garage, and that brings us down to 29 homes. Another thing that we want to try and do is keep it within a relevant amount of time or date. I like to go back about 6 months. Let's just go ahead and we'll go back a full 9 months here. And 01, and then we make that sure that that says 2018, and that brings us down to 29. And I really just care about the close, changing that date. The other ones kind of they just are fluid as far as that goes. So now we're down to 29 properties. So I might go ahead and kind of see what those 29 properties look like and peek into it. I did a walkthrough on this property yesterday, and the sellers have done a lot of really nice updates and different things. What I'm seeing here right off the bat, or a lot of these homes are single family homes, and they do not share a common wall. So that's going to be difficult. I do not want to, I don't want to use comparables of properties that have common walls. I noted right here that this closed in 03/14/1995. So there's something definitely wrong with my search here, and it went to 500 results. So I need to go back and edit that. I'm not sure what happened in there, but sometimes the system will do something weird. And so we need to go back and make sure that we edit that so that it reflects the proper stuff. So closing date, it looks like it erased all of those dates there. So I'm going to adjust that again to 0, 1. Unfortunately, technology is not perfect, so you always have to double check these. Listing date. So yep, that brought us, well, I don't care about the listing date. See how that just brought us down to 23 properties? Now I'm going to go ahead and view those 23 properties. Not sure why it reset that, but here we go. Again, wanting to make sure that I'm only looking at properties that are relevant or similar. And so far here at first glance, it looks like all of these are single family homes. So I may actually have to go outside my market area. I actually like to sort these by status so I can kind of, keep the pendings close together, and the, let's see. Yeah, there's just simply not enough properties here. So I'm going to go back to editing my search. And this is going to make a big difference here, but I'm going to come in to lot and legal. And I think this is where it's at. You really can drill this down to a lot of very specific things. I always start out my search pretty broad, and then I narrow it down more as I go. There is a section in here, and I'm just trying to find it because I don't always have to do that. But I'm looking for the 0 lot line feature in here. So back on the main tab is where I found that 0 lot line feature, and it was just a little bit below there. So residential type. This is where you can highlight whether it is a single family home, a site condo, townhomes, and I am going to go with attached 0 lot line. And as you can see, that really made our search down to nothing, unfortunately. So one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to expand my dates, and I'm going to go ahead and do that search within 1 year's time frame. So hopefully that pulls up a little bit more. Oh, woo, we got a whole whopping 1. And so that just shows 1 there probably just around the corner from my subject property. And I would take a look and see there's no photos here. I might even take a look at the map. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go outside my normal MLS area and see, yep, this one is actually off of a lake, which makes a big difference. So that's not really going to be a great comparable because mine is not lake frontage as far as that goes. So we're going to go back to editing the search, and I'm going to expand the area and try to find some other properties. There again, I'm holding down the control button that might have some other features that might benefit my search today. So because I wasn't getting a lot of those, what I did is I changed 3 bedrooms to my search, expanding it from 3 to 4 bedrooms, which did get me a few more properties here. And then I also changed it from 2 to 2.5 bath to 3 bath. So that gave us a little bit more. I'm also going to go ahead and adjust the square footage 100 feet in both directions just to kind of see what that opens up there. It doesn't look like that changed the search much at all, unfortunately. And this is just kind of what you have to do. You sometimes just have to play around with it and see what other features. I know if I reduce this down to a 1-car garage, it's probably going to, get me more. But I think if I can stay within that 2-car garage, that's going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and look and see what kind of properties came up now at the with those. So again, I like to sort by type, and this one is indeed a 0 lot line.